Grab some fresh greenery, cut a strip of fabric for some ribbon, trim the top of the greenery, and then place it on top of each other. Secure it together with jute, fasten some pine cones to the greenery using hot glue, tie a ribbon at the top, and hang it on your door. Grab some pine cones, place some rocks in a planter, add in some greenery, place the pine cones on top, hot glue together to make them higher, add in some fairy lights.
I'm going to take 2 large pine cones and 2 mini flower pots. I'm going to give it a coat of paint. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take these stamps and I'm going to just use some white acrylic craft paint. Then I'm going to transfer the stamp to my flower pot. I'm going to go ahead and hot glue the pine cone, and then I'm going to come in with some white craft glue and I'm going to brush it onto the tips. Then I'm going to use this diamond sugar dust, shake off the excess diamond sugar dust, and I'm just simply going to hot glue that onto the top. I'm going to come in with these foam balls and I'm going to take a large darning needle on some twine. Then I'm going to come in with these smaller pine cones and I'm going to take a thin crafting wire and I'm going to wrap it around the base of the pine cone. Then I'm going to come in with this wired ribbon. I'm also going to add in a tiny stem of greenery and wrap all this together. And I'm going to wrap this whole piece directly onto the twine. I'm then going to come in with some Mod Podge and then drip over it the diamond sugar dust. I took these longer pine cones and I'm going to come in with some white acrylic craft paint. I'm going to cut a square out of some red fabric and then I'm going to glue it down one side after I fold it into a triangle. I'm going to cut it into a cone shape. I'm going to flip the hat back inside out. I'm going to glue just a little gold jingle bell just on the tip of the hat. I use a wood bead here and I'm going to glue it directly at the top, leaving enough room for the hat. I'm going to add a string of yarn around the base of the hat.
We're going to need some pine cones, some pine needles, pour some water into this bucket. We are going to go and fill this with rocks. We want it to float pretty well so we don't want it to be touching the bottom. And after those are in, we're going to go and tape this. After the center container is taped in place, we can go and take our pine cones. I put in some acorns, then I put in some of these pine needles and these leaves. Now I can go and take the bucket and freeze it. And you want to freeze it for, we'll say, 48 full hours, just so it fully and totally gets frozen all the way through. And we're going to bring it over to our sink. We want to take off all of these pieces of tape. We can go and start to thaw this out. I am using semi-warm water. After the ice lantern is out of the bucket, then we can go and flip this and remove the plastic piece from the inner portion.